It's the final day of February. March begins tomorrow, Statehood Day, here in the first capital of Ohio, speaking of Chillicothe. And a lot of activity will be happening here tomorrow, so keep those things in mind. Might try and review that before we put a wrap on the show here today, so don't let me forget.
Okay.
Mr. Hand 2, Aaron Glandon with us. I'm Dan Ramey. We both were in Athens late last night and rolled in this morning. Did you get much sleep?
About 6.5 hours.
What's that like, to get 6.5 hours of sleep?
It was good.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember the last time I slept that long.
I woke up to Chuck scratching on my door.
Is that right?
I could have gotten more sleep, but he wanted in.
Cats can be that way.
Yes.
They can let you know. All right. The question is, will March come in as a lamb or a lion? That's been the old phraseology, weather-wise. So let's take a look at our forecast, and we see that we'll have mostly sunny skies today. Temperatures to reach around 55. A little cooler tomorrow and 47. And even colder weather comes Sunday, despite sunny skies. Temperature only around 33 on Sunday, but looks like we'll have it as a lamb tomorrow. Nice and calm. We like that. All right, so that's your forecast. If you want to find out more on the weather, simply log on to littermedia.com, and we have an interactive map that's part of what you just saw there, and you can dial it up for anywhere you want around the world and find out what the weather is. So if you're traveling outside of Ohio, you can get that figured out real quick right there at littermedia.com. Coming up, a look at news, sports, and this date in history. Plus, we'll also have this week's Player of the Week announcement. That's just around the corner on Litter Media. Scioto Valley Dumpsters. They are prepared to bring a dumpster either to your residence or your business. If you've got a cleanup job that needs to be done, they can do that too in some instances. Find out more details by clicking on this ad anywhere you see it on littermedia.com. It'll take you right to their Facebook page, or you can give them a call directly, 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number, save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, created in the memory of Brian Beans Butt, call 740-703-0611 or email jimbutt at jbutt6355@gmail.com.
And you'll find that information also on this ad, anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. And while you're at littermedia.com, you'll be able to see a lot of the sports activities we have covered here the last, it seems like these days are running together. You know, It seems like we've been out almost every night this week and last week as well with high school activities. And, of course, don't forget the score page. We'll visit that a little bit later on. But you can jump ahead of us and look at it now live, even as we speak at littermedia.com. In news, we're going to start off with part of the Ohio Department of Transportation, District 9's Planning Department. The district's environmental office is seeking public input for two Ross County projects, a culvert replacement project on State Route 207 and a bridge replacement on State Route 180. The culvert replacement on 207 between Dodd Road and Cattail Road is in Union Township. The bridge replacement on State Route 180 is between Robinson Road and Sulphur Spring Road in Green Township. You can contact ODOT Chillicothe headquarters for more details.
And an update on the superload making its way through the Scioto Valley. This one is a dryer for the Sofadel plant in Circleville. It made its way through Scioto, Pike, and into Ross County yesterday and has resumed its trek into Pickaway County today. It's headed north to State Route 762 near Commercial Point, then working its way east to US 23 and back south to the plant. So you can expect and experience some delays on 762 and US 23 today.
Now, if it moved this quickly, you wouldn't have any delays.
But it does not move that quickly.
Yeah, that is sped up. Thank you to Matt Bruning of ODOT for sharing this information to us. And the question came about, why is it that they are going all the way up to 762 and then coming back down south on 23 through South Bloomfield to get to Sofadel there in Circleville? Well, the explanation that Matt gave it on Facebook was that it's too tall to be able to go under some of the overpasses that are on Route 23. So that brings them all the way up and take the long route to go back down. So, again, last I saw, this has probably been a half hour ago, they were going through the S-curves just in southern Pickaway County, getting ready to head towards 22 and 56. So again, around lunchtime, I'm guessing you'll probably see them come through the South Bloomfield area if you're headed to Columbus. The Pickaway County Chamber of Commerce announces their annual dinner. That's May 8th at the Circleville AmVets on Tarleton Road. Everything starts at 6 p.m. Tickets are $50 per person, and you can contact the Pickaway Chamber of Commerce for full details.
The Ross County Continuum of Care to End Homelessness will meet Wednesday, March 5th at the Chillicothe and Ross County Main Library, Annex Room B. The meeting runs from 1 to 2 p.m., so just an hour for that meeting. And a call for artists. Spring is on its way, along with the new Chillicothe Art League Spring Open Show in April and Captured, their annual photography show in May. The prospectus for each show is available at the Pump House. Forms and fees for the Spring Open are due March 21st. Forms for Captured are due April 25th.
Spring is on the way, we promise.
Yes.
It's going to happen sooner or later unless the Lord comes back and says, you know what, we're not going to see spring yet. We're just going to take you right into heaven, and we'll leave it at that. If you're planning a trip soon and you are wondering how Ohioans can make sure your hotel or motel that you're staying at for spring break or summer vacation is safe from fire risks, bed bugs, and other dangers such as illegal activity, the Ohio Consumer Protection Agency will share what inspectors look for to ensure guests are protected and what consumers can do to verify their hotel or motel has passed inspection. You can get more details on that on our web story at littermedia.com. I believe there's a web story. I failed to look that up.
There might be a web story.
There might be? Okay. If not, take a look at our Facebook feed, and it'll be right there as well. That's the cool thing about what we do. It's not all on the website. Sometimes it's in our social media, so you can go there and check things out.
And our website has links to our social media.
Correct.
So you're not running around all over the internet.
Yeah, it's not one of those big searching jobs. And
the website is like home base.
It is. Informational page. And
beneficial news you can use.
Yes. When we put this together, the question was, how can we get more information out? And I said, well, let's turn our website from a video player into an informational page. And so that's what we have done. We've tried to build that so that it's a one-stop shop where you can find everything we talk about here on Litter Media. Coming up, a look at sports. That's just around the corner. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They're your trusted comfort advisor, and they have been in action for almost 50 years. They started this back in 1977, taking care of the comfort in your home. And if you want to find out where their territory lies, it's a big territory. Click on this ad anywhere you see it. It will take you right to their website, which is AccurateHVAC.com. And you'll see phone numbers and locations for all of their offices. And there's 8 different offices they have here in Central and Southern Ohio. Learn more when you go to littermedia.com and click on Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Back at it. Let's take a look at sports. We were down at the Convocation Center last night at Ohio University where Unioto defeated Waverly in the Division IV District Championship. This is the Southeast 1 District, that bracket. 56-32 was the final. Up next for Unioto, now 22-3. They will face the winner of Sunday's Buckeye Valley-Caledonia River Valley game from the Central District, and that will take place on Thursday, this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. In the other regional semifinal, it will be New Lexington and the winner of this Sunday's Marysville-Indian Valley game. New Lexington took top seed Meigs last night in overtime and 60-53 at OU. The two had played to a 48-48 tie through regulation, and then New Lexington just took off. We were up in the hospitality room while the overtime was going on.
Eating hot dogs and chips.
Yeah, I decided this is the time to go. We're going to miss the tail end of the game, but we got out in time to see the last 16 seconds. But congratulations to New Lexington and Unioto advancing on. Bloom Carroll also advanced with a 45-42 win over Heath. In the girls' tournament, Division VI regional semis, Fort Fry and Harvest Prep picked up wins. Highland and Waterford did the same in the regional semifinals for Division VII. Litter Media Radio tonight has Zane Trace taking on Minford. The Pioneers are 20-4. For Minford, they are 22-1 heading into this contest tonight. It takes place at 6:05, our broadcast time. They'll tip it off at 6:15 after Lou Horvath goes through the starting lineups. And Mike Smith, B.J. Daly, and Mr. Hand 2 will be there for you tonight with coverage and visuals as well. Chillicothe's Trey Beard. His season came to a close, but he ends it as being named Player of the Year in the River States Conference. Beard is in his senior season at Shawnee State, stands 10th all-time in scoring for the Bears with 1,229 points. The season came to a close for Shawnee State Wednesday night in a 95-92 loss to Indiana Southeast. Rio Grande's men also had their season cut short Wednesday, falling 66-46 to IU Kokomo. Now, Rio Grande's women and Shawnee State's women advanced to the next round. They're in the semifinals of the River States competition. For women's basketball, the Bears will play Brescia at 3 p.m., and the Red Storm will face Oakland City at 5:30. Those will be played tomorrow, and the championship game is Tuesday for the River States Conference. Cleveland Cavaliers are in Boston tonight in a key Eastern Conference game in the NBA. Cavs hold a 6.5-game lead on second-place Boston in the East. And the Blue Jackets have won 3 straight.
Yes.
3
Because
straight.
Mike hasn't been talking about them.
Yeah, precisely. Since they came back from the World Tournament, last night they were 5-2 winners over Detroit. And now the much-anticipated outdoor game between the Red Wings and the Blue Jackets at Ohio Stadium tomorrow night. ESPN has your coverage at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. I'm going to have to tune into that. I want to see it. It looks cool the way they've set it up.
Yeah.
Have you seen the layout and everything? It's really nice how they've placed it. And one of the things that I think it was Joe Nugent on Channel 4 Sports, he was showing that they have this open space on the left side, which would be where the U.S. flag is, the inner portion of the shoe. And when a goal is scored, they're going to put a Buckeye leaf there. It's going to be kind of cool how that finds its presence. The cannon is right at the blue line. Is it the blue line in the middle? Or is it red? I can't remember if it's red, blue. And then
Seems red in my mind.
Maybe it is red, and the blue line is the next set of lines on either side. But the cannon's going to be right there. So when the Blue Jackets score, boom. Get ready for the boom that's going to happen at the shoe. So that should be a lot of fun. Time for our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And this week it is Lyric Dickerson, a senior at Miami Trace, who set the new all-time school win record at 173 for the Miami Trace Panthers. The 120-pounder is 39-3 this season, heading into Steubenville's district, which is being today, and then they'll finish it up tomorrow. And a lot of our local kids are also in this same district tournament at Steubenville. So good luck to Lyric Dickerson in the 120-pound class. And he is our Player of the Week.
Congratulations.
You can submit a Player of the Week. Simply just go to our website, littermedia.com, see where the Players of the Week are, but also send us an email. And that email address is littermedia@gmail.com. For the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. On the way, this date in history, we harken back to 1953. Details next.
First, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Online propane monitoring and reporting. Know your home's consumption and gas remaining in the tank. Find out more at litterpropane.com.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center, chiropractic, physical therapy, nutritional needs. They take care of 50,000 patients a year, which puts them in the top 1 percentile of chiropractors across the nation. That's pretty impressive. And they will go from pediatric to geriatric. So they take care of the youngest and also the oldest as well, and all in between. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at lettermedia.com, and it takes you to their website, HainesHealth.com. Time for this date in history, and we go back to 1953. And we're speaking of Francis H. Crick and James D. Watson at Cambridge University. They're scientists there. And Crick says, "Watson, come quickly. I need you." Oh, no, that was a different science situation. They announced that they have determined the double helix structure of DNA, the molecule containing human genes. The molecular biologists were aided significantly by their work of another DNA researcher, Rosalind Franklin, although she is not included in the announcement, nor did she share in the subsequent Nobel Prize award for it.
Doesn't seem fair.
That doesn't seem fair, not at all. But congratulations to Watson and Crick, part of this date in history. Hey, tonight is when, if you take a look in the southwestern sky, I believe it is, you'll be able to see the planets aligned. How about that?
Is that today?
That is today. Let's see. In fact, I had an image that I wanted to share on the show today, and I forgot to send it to you.
While you're pulling that up, Traffic Light Sports says blue line is by the goals and the red line is the midline.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
He's also confused about Kokomo. IU Kokomo you mentioned?
Yes. IU Kokomo is one of the branch campuses that Shawnee State and Rio Grande play.
Kokomo is a town about 40 minutes from where I went to college.
In Indiana.
And they have a donut shop there that opens at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And they are delicious donuts.
Delicious donuts.
So I highly recommend you go out there, Jacob, to Dan's Donuts in Kokomo at 1 a.m.
But you have no reason to go to Kokomo this weekend unless you really want to watch that ball game.
Or you want donuts.
Or if you want donuts, yes. I sent you that image. Maybe we can pull it up here. This image is from...
I'm pulling it up.
Okay, didn't know if you received it yet or not. But this image is from Chase Thomason. It says, "Look up 7 planets to line up this Friday." So
I'm putting it over you.
You will start with Mars on the left, followed by Jupiter. Why don't you expand that out so people can see it a little better? Yeah, just stretch it across the screen. There you go. Mars on the left, followed by Jupiter, Uranus, Venus, and then real close together are Neptune, Mercury, and Saturn. You should be able to see all that in the, I believe it's the southwestern sky tonight. Hopefully we'll not have cloud cover. I don't think we will. It seems like in the weather that we had some clear conditions expected overnight. So
That's
we like
good.
that.
Yes. Good for viewing the planet.
So a little planetary type fun for you this evening if you want to check that out.
We need to get Matt to get us a telescope so we can look at these things.
Are you speaking of Mr. Litter?
Yes.
Okay.
Matt Bruning. I want him to buy us a
that's who I thought you referred, because we referred to Matt earlier in the show today, but I don't know that that's on the docket just so that we can see it. We'll have to look at it with the naked eye. Or if you have binoculars, really high-power binoculars. But it's supposed to be able to see it with the naked eye, so we'll see later on this evening. All right, that's it for today's program. Don't forget, we have high school basketball tonight. Mike Smith and B.J. Daly with Aaron Glandon will be down at OU at the Convocation Center. Zane Trace and Minford, that will tip off at 6:15. Coverage starts about 10 minutes prior on Litter Media Radio, which if you're listening to Litter Media Radio right now, you found it. But if you don't know how to find it, just go to littermedia.com and click on the player, and it's right there. So that's it for the program today. We will see you Monday, if not down at OU, with a ball game this weekend. Enjoy.